Well, here we go. It's being reported that Howie Roseman cheated to get Saquon Barkley on the Eagles. Plus, CJ Gardner-Johnson didn't sign the official contract yet. People think he's changing his mind, but the real answer's revealed. Meanwhile, Jason Kelce has a lot to say about the moves Howie Roseman is making, plus responds to possibly coming back. However, the Justin Fields to Philadelphia to back up Jalen Hurts needs to stop right now. What we should be talking about is an Eagle insider said Howie Roseman's not done, and Seth Joyner wants the Eagles to get this linebacker. Lastly, did Josh Sweat really go to Instagram to say goodbye to Eagle fans because he believes he's getting traded? What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And yes, today is my birthday. I turned 33. But before we get into it, can I ask y'all for a favor? Help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss the videos. So the Eagles don't do much on free agency day number 3. However, there was big talk about Calvin Ridley to the Titans. I don't get it. Paying a 24-year-old A.J. Brown $100 million? Nah. 2 years later, paying a 29-year-old Calvin Ridley $92 million? Let's go. I don't know why the NFL is making a big deal about it, but at the end of the day, I'm happy the Titans gave us A.J. Brown. As we talked about in the live stream yesterday, 4 of the 6 free agents we talked to during the legal tampering period signed on Wednesday at 4 p.m. when the new league year officially started. The 2 that didn't sign was Devontae Parker and CJ Gardner-Johnson. Now, Eagle Nation don't really care what's going on with Devontae Parker. If he's here, he's here. If he's not, he's not. And why do I say that? Because after I got off the live stream around 7 o'clock, Adam Schefter tweeted this: another change of heart after agreeing to deal with the 49ers. Former Chargers and Vikings linebacker Eric Kendricks has decided to go to the Dallas Cowboys instead, per sources. Mike Zimmer wanted Kendricks to help run his defense, and Kendricks preferred to play in Dallas. So what happened on Eagles Twitter? Everybody started speculating, panicking. Oh no, what if CJ Gardner-Johnson don't really want to be Eagle? What if he changed his mind? What if he's been playing us the whole time? The speculation was crazy. But then we got a tweet from Bill C. and a couple other Eagle reporters saying, my understanding is that Chauncey Gardner-Johnson deal is done, but CJ will not be in Philly until later in the week to make the deal official. Everyone can relax now. It also is being reported that he needs to take a physical when he gets to Philly before he can sign. So that made a lot of the speculation calm down. But again, it's funny because Kendricks did the Niners dirty, and we remember when Frank Gore did us dirty, everybody started panicking. But don't worry, CJGJ is here to stay for the next 3 years. However, the details of the 3-year contract did kind of surface, right? It's a 3-year deal for $27 million with $10 million in guarantees. He could earn more with incentives. So if he gets his incentives, it's 3 years for 33, which would be $11 million per year. But if he don't, it's still 3 years for 27, which is 9. Regardless, great signing from Howie Roseman. Speaking of Howie Roseman, these numbers are insane. Look at this. Jalen Hurts' cap hit for 2024 is $13.5 mil. A.J. Brown's $12.4 mil. Devontae Smith, $6.4 mil. And Saquon Barkley, $3.9 mil. So the total cap hits for all 4 Eagles stars in 2024 is $36 mil, $200,000. Compared to Dak Prescott alone, is $59.4 million, and Daniel Bum Jones, $47 million. All hail Howie Roseman. Although I do have to talk about this. Pro Football Talk tweeted on Tuesday, Penn State's coach James Franklin suggested that Eagles GM Howie Roseman spoke directly to running back Saquon Barkley during the negotiation period, which would violate the tampering rule on Wednesday. The Eagles said they only speak to the player's agent. So, of course, Howie Roseman already saying, this is not true. I only spoke to the player's agent. That's it. And I gotta say that Howie Roseman's been doing this too long. He's too smart to get caught up in some baby back bull jive. So I absolutely don't believe it. And the only way I will believe it is if they prove it. And until there's proof, Howie Roseman ain't do nothing wrong. Now, before we get to Jason Kelce once again using the word regret when talking about retirement and how good the Eagles are going to be in 2024, plus an Eagle insider said Howie Roseman is not done. We also talk about the rumors Justin Fields to the Eagles to back up Jalen Hurts, and Seth Joyner points out the perfect linebacker for the Eagles. Let's hear a word from our sponsor, Mando, the best way to control odor for your pits, packages, and feet. And I know some of y'all need it for your feet. My favorite is the deodorant Mount Fuji. Sorry about the green screen, but this deodorant is the longest lasting deodorant I honestly ever use. Some of these other brands claim 48 hours. They barely work for 6 to 8. This one controls odor for 72 hours. I'm telling you, the longest lasting. Plus, you put some other deodorants on, guess what? It's itchy, it's sticky, it bothers, at least me. I know it bothers some of y'all. This one is so smooth and solid. I promise you, you can't go wrong with this. But in a starter pack, you get wipes. Quick for your packages, your feet, or the pits real quick, especially after the gym, right? Plus, they come with a lotion. That's mainly for those feet and those packages that, you know what I mean, the soap and the showers don't do. You still should be taking a shower. Go to the description or the pinned comment section at shopmando.com. Click it. Use promo code PhillyMike, all capitals, to get $5 off. Once again, link in the description and the pinned comment at shopmando.com. Click the link. Use code PhillyMike, all capital, not the exclamation point, and get $5 off your starter pack. Promise you, you won't regret it.
Saquon Barkley signing with Philadelphia. How about this? Huge, huge signing for Philadelphia. And I'm happy for Saquon. I'm not trying to talk trash. You're coming to a team that has had a legitimate offensive line established for a very long time.
Yeah.
Coming to a coach who's been there for a long time, and they've had proven success with nearly every running back. So you know Saquon is entering a good situation in Philadelphia. Social media has been nonstop saying, Jason, you sure you want to retire? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty positive, even though a little bit upset how we waited till I retired to make a move like this, but you know, it's fine. It'll work out great.
The skill set in Philly, the skill positions in Philly.
It's pretty good. We got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert.
You have Pro Bowlers at every starter.
It's crazy.
Every starter on, really not even
it's
the
Howie
skill.
Season, baby.
Every starter on that Philly offense is a Pro Bowler. Every single one of them.
I could not be more bullish. We talked about it last week. This is what I'm regretting. I knew when I retired that I was going to miss just an outstanding season for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it sucks. It really does. I want to be a part of this so bad. I wish I could, but it doesn't suck in the way that I get to still, like, hey, I'm a Philadelphian. I get to watch it and celebrate it just like everybody else, so I'm excited for that.
Man, real quick, shout out to Eagle Nation and Eagle Twitter. Everybody was tweeting at Jason Kelce, are you sure you want to retire with all the moves Howie's making? He heard it and responded on New Heights podcast. Again, I'm not fully saying he's coming back, but he keeps using the word regret. And this quote stood out to me. This is what I'm regretting. I knew when I retired that I was going to miss just an outstanding season for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it sucks. I want to be a part of this so bad. But again, he says he will be a part as a fan. And it's cool. For now, we'll wait and see. Jason Kelce. As for the Eagles not being done, Jake Rabati of the NFL did tweet this. There is more to come. Of course, Roseman and his team are still at it, digging through the available players on the market, talking to teams around the league, projecting who might come free at a certain point in the offseason, and in the bigger context, preparing for the 2024 NFL Draft. We have only started the roster building process for sure. This is quoted by Jake Rabati of the NFL, but it's the word some Eagles insider, you know who that is, Dave Spadaro. And honestly, one move that I think Howie should make sooner rather than later, because he was just released by the Packers yesterday, and it's not due to his play, it's due to they spent a lot of money in free agency, and I think he's, 30 or 31 years old. The Packers released linebacker Devondre Campbell, and guess who put the eye emojis and is telling Howie to go get it? Seth Joyner, a great linebacker himself. This guy, Devondre Campbell, would be the enforcer. He'd be the older guy. Nakobe Dean can look up to him. The draftee can look up to him. Zach Baum's only 27. He could look up to him. Again, I believe in the Kobe Dean's potential, but I think you have to have a veteran guy on this team and draft a guy for sure. You can't just end free agency at the linebacker position with just Zach Baum. Josina Anderson thinks the same thing or is hearing the same thing. She tweet, Eagles are still in the market / on the hunt for a linebacker, one way or another per league sources. So something got to be done. There's still a couple linebackers out there, Jerome Baker, Devin White. You got to get something done, Howie, whether you sign or trade. Now, we all know Josh Sweat is on a trade block, but a couple days ago, he went on a Josh Sweat fan page on Instagram and commented under a picture, I will miss you all, with the prayer emoji. You only do that if you really start to believe you're going to be traded. I think the Eagles really want to get a deal done with Hassan Reddick. I think they like Bryce Huff on the opposite side, Nolan Smith. The guy's going to get a lot more playing time. The Eagles keep saying it, and they re-signed BG. I would love to keep Sweat. He's young. I think you can get something decent for him. But to me, him saying this, I believe he thinks he's on the way out. As for the Justin Fields talk, what are we really doing, right? What are we doing? Word on the Birds tweeted, multiple NFL insiders have linked the Eagles to a Justin Fields trade at Brennan Lee Gouton. And they did. Jesse Palmer's. They're talking about it on ESPN, First Take, everywhere. Why? They're thinking that Fields' price is going to come down low enough. He'd be the perfect backup for Jalen Hurts. Maybe skill-wise, can't throw like Jalen Hurts for sure, but he can run. Cool. Maybe he's a better runner than Jalen Hurts. I don't care. I'm not trying to argue that. Hurts is the better quarterback. We know that. But why put Fields behind him? Now, Hurts can handle the whole, oh, somebody's behind me, unlike Carson Wentz could. But still, Fields is a dominant leader. And at the end of the day, I think Fields deserves a starting job somewhere else. Sink or swim, I think he can become better if given some more proper coaching and players around. Now, Chicago's starting to do some things, but no, knock it off. Fields is not coming here. We got Tanner McKee, or you sign a guy like Tyler Huntley, right? Somebody who we know is a backup already. Knock it off. With all that being said, let me know all your thoughts in the comment section. Drop the muscle emoji. I love hearing from y'all. Remember, $5 off your starters pack with code PhillyMike. Philly Mike, capital letters, not the exclamation point, just the blue Philly Mike. Get Mando. Again, pits, packages, and feet. I know some of y'all need it. I'm not going to say any names, but I promise you, this stuff works good. No more going over a female's house afraid to take off your shoes. I'm just kidding. We out.